And I'm not saying allegedly.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.
The Carter empire is crumbling under the weight of scandalous revelations, and this time the whispers are deafening for years. Beyoncé and Jay-Z have ruled as the untouchable king and queen of music, the ultimate symbol of love and power. But now Jonathan Hay, once a trusted publicist in Rihanna's early career, has dropped a bombshell so explosive that the internet can barely keep up. He claims he personally witnessed Jay-Z's secret activities and insists he does not even need to say allegedly, because his knowledge comes from first-hand encounters. We are not talking about vague gossip or blind items whispered in dark clubs. This is someone who was in the room, saw what was happening, and is now pulling the curtain back on what he says is a carefully guarded secret life.
Beyoncé for sure. I love her. I love Beyoncé. Jay-Z too, I really admire the both of them.
The revelations strike at the heart of the Carter brand Jay-Z, the hustler turned mogul now painted as a man with a double life. Beyoncé, the goddess of stage and screen, exposed, not just as a supportive wife, but as a woman concealing her own truth. The allegations claim Beyoncé herself is a secret lover of women, and that her marriage with Jay-Z is not a fairy tale, but a calculated arrangement, a lavender marriage designed to shield them both from scrutiny while doubling their star power. If true, this revelation flips the entire narrative on its head. The romance worshipped by millions reduced to a business contract wrapped in diamonds and Grammy awards. Fans are reeling. The Beehive, known for defending Beyoncé, has been left stunned. The Rihanna Navy can barely believe their ears, and suddenly the old feud between the fan armies feels like it was never about awards or sales, but something far more intimate.
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The fans ain't step in and do nothing. The fans don't care about you getting your whooped.
Then comes the most salacious twist, yet claims that Jay-Z not only accepted his wife's private indulgences, but allegedly watched them with the name Ray J tied into the rumor. The whispers suggest the glossy fortress of the Carter household was crumbling under voyeuristic arrangements and private humiliations, painting a picture of power warped into obsession of intimacy, twisted into spectacle, and it leaves us wondering how much of what we thought we knew was ever real.
Yes.
Beyoncé.
Gorgeous, a stab to my self-esteem.
And just when the dust seems too thick to breathe, Rihanna enters the story. The connection between her and Jay-Z has always been clouded with suspicion. He discovered her career when she was a teenager, and insiders have long hinted his mentorship crossed into murkier territory, fueling suspicions that Beyoncé's side-eye toward Rihanna was more than diva rivalry, maybe even fear of being replaced. Awkward press conferences, icy moments at award shows, and long silences have kept fans guessing. But now Hayes' revelations make it sound far more personal. If Jay's
Down with the lovely Aaliyah. What's going on, Aaliyah?
What's up? How you doing? I'm good. Been a while, sure have.
The whispers grow louder about Rihanna being more than just collateral damage. Some speculate she has been gathering receipts for years, maybe even preparing a tell-all that could shatter the Carter image once and for all. And as Jay-Z faces mounting controversies and Beyoncé works to keep the brand alive, Rihanna stands independent, powerful, and unpredictable. The thought of her dropping the ultimate truth bomb keeps the entire industry on edge.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyoncé.
But the story does not end there. Another name resurfaces, Kathy White, once rumored to be close to Jay-Z, suddenly gone at only 28 years old. Her death officially labeled a tragedy, yet the timing raised suspicions. Coming just days after Beyoncé announced her first pregnancy, whispers claim Kathy was preparing to tell her story, maybe even reaching out to tabloids before she passed. Whether coincidence or something darker, her name refuses to disappear from the narrative haunting every crack in the Carter marriage.
Sweetest person you can know, very intelligent. She knew what she was about and she knew what she wanted to do with her life.
And through it all, Beyoncé remains silent. Her refusal to speak has become a mystery of its own. Is it dignity or strategy? Is she a victim of betrayal forced to protect her family and empire, or is her silence the sharpest weapon of all, a way to maintain control by giving nothing away? Some say she is the queen of her empire. Others argue she is a prisoner of it. But one thing is clear every time she stays silent. The speculation only grows stronger.
I know so much on how you got where you are, how you stepped on many people.
Behind the glittering stage lights and sold-out tours, Beyoncé is also a billionaire businesswoman with contracts, endorsements, and a global reputation to protect every public statement. Every acknowledgement of scandal could ripple through that empire and cost millions of dollars in revenue. The silence may be less about personal pain and more about corporate strategy. A calculated choice of someone who knows the stakes are too high to ever show weakness.
Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
The most unnerving possibility is that Beyoncé is not only aware of every rumor, but also participates in keeping them under wraps. If her marriage is indeed a facade, then her silence is the most important act of performance, art of her career. She would not just be a victim of deception, but a co-author of it, crafting a glittering lie that millions have bought into. Whether that makes her manipulative or pragmatic depends on how we choose to see her. But one thing is certain, Beyoncé's silence is not empty. It is loaded, purposeful, and perhaps the most telling clue of all.
After that major documentary comes out on Diddy, then you're going to start to hear more and more about Jay-Z and his nefarious.
And yet Kathy's story is only one piece of the puzzle, while Beyoncé and Jay-Z hold their narrative another. Figure has been waiting. Rihanna, the protege discovered by Jay-Z, the rising star who turned mogul herself and the woman forever shadowed by tension with Beyoncé. From the moment she walked into Def Jam, her career was tied to his choices. But that connection may have come at a price, leaving her caught between power, desire, and loyalty.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
Think about it, Rihanna has nothing to lose and everything to gain. She has already conquered music, fashion, beauty, and motherhood. Her empire stands independent of Jay-Z. She is unpredictable, dangerous, and capable of turning the tables. Imagine a documentary filled with the raw truth, or a memoir that forces fans to confront the messy reality behind the glossy covers. Such a move could send shockwaves through music and culture, and with Jay-Z facing new storms and Beyoncé trying to protect the brand, Rihanna holds the kind of leverage that could topple them with one revelation.
I have no felonies, I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And it seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that, you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
Which brings us to the cliffhanger. Is this the beginning of the end for Jay-Z and Beyoncé? With whispers of hidden lovers, suspicious tragedies, and rivals waiting in the wings. The empire they built looks more fragile than ever. How long can the Carter dynasty keep the truth hidden before the facade finally collapses?
I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling.
Which brings us to the ultimate cliffhanger. Is this the beginning of the end for Jay-Z and Beyoncé, with whispers of hidden lovers, suspicious tragedies, and rivals waiting in the wings? The empire they built looks more fragile than ever before. How long can the Carter dynasty keep the truth hidden before the facade finally collapses? Tell us what you think. Are we watching the most glamorous power couple unravel in real time? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, stay curious, stay bold. And remember, sometimes the glitter hides the darkest secrets.